I would have liked to have been there when you got out, but I couldn't make it any earlier," Mason said.
"It's no problem. You've done more than enough." Jay put his arms around his brother. It had been so long since he'd felt human contact, and it felt good to have his brother return the affection and not back away. "Thank you for coming."
"You don't have to thank me." Mason patted his back. "Come on, we better get inside." They were shown into an office where a man sat behind a desk. He stood as they entered. He was tall and broad, his sandy hair creeping past his ears and meeting with a ginger-flecked beard.
"Hello, Jay. I'm Oliver Wilson, your probation officer." He held out his hand.
Jay shook Oliver's hand and introduced his brother before taking a seat.
"Today we are just going to go over the conditions of your license," Oliver said. "I understand it can be a little overwhelming when you're first released, so it's good to see you have some support from your brother." "He's been great," Jay said. "He's picked up the keys for my flat, so it's all set for me to move in."
"I've been in to set up the basics," Mason said.
"Good," Oliver said. He turned to his computer and hit a couple of keys. "I see from your prison records that you have taken several courses over the years. You have some impressive qualifications." "I took my GCSEs and A-levels when I was still at Glanirwan. Then I took a degree," Jay said.
"More than one,"
Oliver said. "Yes, accountancy, business and history. I've also got A-level in maths, English, law and biology." Oliver smiled. "Sounds like you worked hard to improve yourself. I see you've got a job lined up with Bright Start." "Yes, it's a community gardening project. I'm hoping when I've worked there long enough to get a good track record, I will be able to move on. I'm here to help in any way I can, but as you know, it can be difficult to get work placements. For now, let's get you settled. Here's a copy of the terms of your license." Oliver handed Jay a document. "Take your time reading through, then you can ask me any questions you may have." Jay sat back in the chair and started to read. Everything he did had to have pre-approval. From the place that he lived to the work he undertook. He wouldn't be allowed to stay away for a night or even take a holiday. He was not permitted to leave the UK. He continued to read and saw a requirement that made his stomach flip. "Everything clear, Jay?" Oliver asked. There's an exclusion zone." "Yes, you do understand that you are to have no contact with the victim's family?" "Yes." "Well, the exclusion zone is for their benefit and yours. You wouldn't want to accidentally meet up with one of them, would you?" The look on the family's faces in court had been enough. They had radiated pure hatred towards him. Jay shook his head. "No, but do they know where I am?" "No, but we can't guarantee that they won't find out. If you have any problems, you are to contact me straight away." "How long is this for?" Mason asked, as he took the document from Jay. Oliver's eyes widened. "Your brother is on life license. This will not change. Any breach of the conditions and you will be arrested." He turned his attention back to Jay. "You will also be asked to provide a urine sample on each visit for drugs testing. You must make any device such as a mobile phone or computer available for inspection. From time to time an inspection will be made of your place of residence." "I understand," Jay said. "Okay, I think we have covered everything for today. I will see you next week and we'll see how you are getting on. Any questions?" "No, thank you," Jay said. Oliver stood. "If you go back to reception, there are a couple of boxes for you to collect. It's a starter pack of bedding, towels, and kitchen equipment." "That's very kind," Jay said. "I appreciate it." "We get donations from charities," Oliver said. They collected the boxes, and Mason drove to Jay's flat. Mason did most of the talking, and kept the conversation light and upbeat. Jay just wanted to get into his flat, close the door, and feel safe again. "Here we are." Mason pulled up in front of a semi-detached house that had been converted into flats. Jay's accommodation was on the ground.